Welcome to your ultimate pit stop, Piston Pundit, where we bring you the hottest updates from the automotive world. Today, we're tackling a proposal that's revving up controversy across the nation: the potential ban on vintage cars by 2025. Imagine a future where classic icons like the Ford Mustang or Chevrolet Bel Air are no longer seen cruising the streets, relegated instead to museum displays. Is this about saving the planet, or could there be something more? Let's hit the throttle and dive into the 7 game-changing reasons this bold move has sparked a national uproar. Reason number 7. A shock to the system. What the ban proposes. The proposed 2025 ban on vintage cars aims to tackle emissions by targeting vehicles built before stringent environmental standards. While policymakers argue these classics clash with greener transportation goals, vintage cars make up less than 1% of all vehicles on the road. This raises questions about the ban's proportionality. Enthusiasts point out that classic cars are rarely driven and primarily used for parades, car shows, or personal enjoyment. Their limited mileage results in negligible environmental impact compared to daily commuters or industrial transportation. Critics argue the proposal is more symbolic than effective, unfairly targeting a niche group while larger polluters like industrial operations and private aviation face less scrutiny. Beyond emissions, this ban feels like an attack on cultural heritage, sidelining iconic symbols of history and innovation without delivering meaningful climate benefits. Reason number 6. Environmental arguments, science or scapegoating. Proponents of the ban claim it's a necessary step to reduce carbon emissions, following California's zero-emission policies. Vintage cars, lacking modern emissions controls, are framed as contributors to air pollution. However, studies reveal that vintage cars account for only a tiny fraction of transportation emissions due to their limited use at events or on weekends. Critics argue that focusing on these cars distracts from addressing systemic polluters like factories and shipping vessels, which have far larger carbon footprints. While the ban aligns with ambitious climate goals, some view it as an ineffective move that unfairly targets hobbyists. By ignoring major pollution sources, the proposal raises questions about whether it's truly about environmental protection or simply a symbolic gesture. Reason number 5. Economic fallout, a billion-dollar industry under threat. The classic car industry is more than a hobby. It's a $15 billion sector supporting thousands of U.S. jobs. Restoration shops, auction houses, and events like Monterey Car Week drive local economies, boosting tourism and small businesses. A ban could devastate this ecosystem. Family-owned restoration shops might close, aftermarket parts suppliers could see sharp declines, and related sectors like insurance and media would suffer. Collectors also face significant financial losses. Classic cars, often viewed as appreciating investments, could see their value plummet, leaving enthusiasts with devalued assets and fading memories. Critics warn this ban could unravel a vibrant industry, harming livelihoods and communities nationwide. Before we delve deeper, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button. This helps us reach more auto enthusiasts just like you. Now let's shift gears and steer towards our next point. Reason number 4. Cultural heritage, erasing America's identity. Classic cars are more than machines. They're symbols of American innovation, freedom, and the golden age of the open road. Iconic models like the Chevrolet Bel Air and Ford Mustang reflect eras of industrial ingenuity and cultural evolution. The proposed ban jeopardizes this legacy, threatening to dissolve car clubs, erase community pride at local shows, and confine these vehicles to museums as relics. Critics argue it's an erasure of history disguised as progress. Moreover, classic cars are vital educational tools, teaching young mechanics the art of craftsmanship and design. Losing these vehicles not only severs historical ties, but deprives future generations of hands-on learning opportunities, leaving a void in America's cultural and automotive identity. Reason number 3. Hidden motivations, control over conservation. The proposed ban on vintage cars may go beyond environmental concerns, with critics arguing it represents control masked as conservation. Classic cars, symbols of self-reliance and simplicity, clash with today's regulated, tech-heavy automotive industry. Some see the ban as a push to accelerate EV adoption by sidelining gas-powered competitors, despite their minimal impact. Adding to skepticism, many policymakers supporting the ban drive high-emission vehicles, sparking accusations of hypocrisy. By targeting a small, passionate community while ignoring major polluters, the ban raises questions about its true motives. Is it genuinely about protecting the planet or reshaping consumer behavior under the guise of conservation? For enthusiasts, it feels like an attack on heritage and freedom, leaving public trust in low gear. Reason number 2, the community fights back. A movement gathers steam. The classic car community is rallying against the proposed ban with unprecedented vigor. Organizations like SEMA are lobbying lawmakers and raising awareness, while grassroots campaigns organize car rallies and online petitions. Social media has amplified the resistance, with platforms like Instagram and Facebook showcasing vintage cars' cultural and economic value. Hashtags like #SaveClassicCars have sparked national discussions, extending the issue beyond automotive circles. Advocates argue the ban offers minimal environmental gains while causing significant economic and cultural harm. They propose alternatives, such as incentivizing EV conversions or synthetic fuels, preserving classic cars while aligning with climate goals. The movement demonstrates the community's commitment to safeguarding heritage without compromising progress. Reason number 1, the future of classic cars, innovation meets preservation. Innovation offers hope for preserving classic cars sustainably. Electric vehicle (EV) conversions, pioneered by companies like Zelectric and EV West, allow vintage vehicles to retain their iconic designs while meeting modern emissions standards. Synthetic fuels developed by brands like Porsche present another solution. These carbon-neutral alternatives could enable internal combustion engines to operate without harming the environment. Though still in early stages, synthetic fuels hold the promise of merging tradition with sustainability. For enthusiasts, these aren't just technical solutions, they're lifelines. By adopting these technologies, the classic car community can balance environmental stewardship with heritage preservation. However, making these solutions accessible will require significant investment and government support. Verdict: the road ahead for classics. This debate is about more than emissions. It's about preserving freedom, identity, and the balance between progress and tradition. While the proposed ban represents a significant challenge, the creativity and resilience of the classic car community offer hope for a brighter future. Will lawmakers embrace alternative solutions like EV conversions and synthetic fuels to preserve America's automotive legacy? Or will this be another example of heritage sidelined by political ambition? Only time will tell. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What's your take on the proposed vintage car ban? Do you see a path for compromise, or does this feel like the end of an era? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow enthusiasts, and subscribe to Piston Pundit for more updates and insights. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next ride.